Skins Nation, what's up, what's up, what's up? Back once again with the show of shows, the must-see show on YT, Pigskin Facts, History and News. I am your host of hosts, Fred Watson Jr., back again, once again, week number 12. The Redskins Sunday travel down to North Carolina to take on the Carolina Panthers. And hey, hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know I did. Ate a little too much. Belly ached a little bit, but that's all right. I got over it. Hope you've enjoyed your weekend as we come to the final week in November and we go into December. Week number 12, the Washington Redskins take on the Carolina Panthers. And let's get started. Hail to the Redskins. If this is your first time watching, scroll down, hit the subscribe button. If you've been watching, I just want to thank you very much. Keep watching. Bigger and better things ahead. If you have any thoughts, ideas, or comments, scroll down at the bottom. Fill it out in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. And Skins Nation, HTTR, Skins Nation will rise again. Okay, so we're going to start off with facts like we usually do. And first question, and I will not reveal the answers until the next segment. So I will ask the questions. If you'd like to fill it out in the comment section, if you think you know what the answer is, feel free. I definitely would like to see it. How many interceptions did former cornerback Darrell Green snag during his 20-year career? How many interceptions did former cornerback Darrell Green snag during his 20-year career, 1983 to 2002? Number 2, a former quarterback holds the team record for the longest punt. Who is he? A former quarterback holds the team record for the longest punt. Who is he? And finally, number 3, when did the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins first meet and who won? When did the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins first meet and who won? I will have these questions and I will have the answers to these questions on the very next segment. So now we're going to go to our history session. And our history session takes us back to the year of 1973, October 8th, 1973. There was a Monday night game between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. And something wonderful happened at the end of that game. The Redskins won the game, of course. It was 14-7. But there was a game-saving tackle as time was running out on the Dallas Cowboys. And there was a particular safety or a corner. Let me see. I think Kenny Houston was a safety. But anyway, we're gonna go back in time, 1973, and the Houston tackle is legend. And I'm gonna give you a visual just to show you what happened as I go on and read it. So we're gonna do that. And let's see if I can get it. It's not going to let me do it, but nonetheless, let's see. No, it's not going to let me do it. Okay. But anyway, here we go. Kenny Houston remembers the play like it was yesterday. Only it was more than 3 decades ago on October 8th, 1973. 24 seconds left in the Redskins-Cowboys Monday night duel. Dallas trailed 14-7 and faced a fourth and goal at the 4-yard line when fullback Walt Garrison caught quarterback Craig Morton's pass at the 1. Virtually everyone among the 54,314 fans at RFK Stadium and millions more watching on TV had to be thinking the Cowboys were about to pull within a point. But Houston appeared from his safety position. He was a safety. Picked Garrison off his feet as he tried squirming toward the end zone and bulldogged him to the ground short of the goal line. Ironically, the powerful Garrison was an off-season rodeo cowboy who specialized in bulldogging steers. He was strong. But apparently, Kenny Houston was stronger. For a few seconds, RFK Stadium went silent, then erupted into a deafening roar. That was probably the defining play of my career, Houston said. There were other plays I thought were greater, like the back-to-back interceptions I returned for touchdowns in one game. That's impressive. But as far as one particular play that highlighted my career, that was it. Everywhere I go, people identify me with that play. Redskins safety Brig Owens, who came over to help on the play, remembers it vividly. After Garrison caught the ball, Kenny stuck him. Kenny picked his feet up off the ground. That's one of the classic ways you're taught to tackle. Houston's tackle stands as one of the most treasured moments in Redskin history, stopping Walt Garrison on the goal line. The Redskins win 14-7, October 8th, 1973. I'm going to try to give you a visual of it so you can kind of have an idea of what it was. So I'm going to put the picture up and I'm going to show it to you of the game-saving tackle that Ken Houston had of Walt Garrison. He lifts him up right off the ground right there, and he stops him cold on the 1-yard line and spikes him into the ground, short of the goal line. And the crowd goes wild, and the Redskins win the game 14-7. And that was a defining moment, not only in his career, but also it was a defining moment in Washington Redskins history. And that was our history session for the day. News. Linebacker Ryan Kerrigan suffered a concussion in last week's game against Detroit. And it appears after 139 straight starts, he will miss Sunday's game against Carolina. That's over a decade. So, the Redskins Iron Man, Ryan Kerrigan, is actually going to miss a game. I believe he's on concussion protocol, and they haven't cleared him yet, so he will not be playing. Other news, defensive tackle Matt Ioannidis was one of 24 players named to ESPN's 2019 All Underrated team on Monday. The fourth-year man, a fifth-round draft pick out of Temple, who leads the Redskins right now with 5.5 sacks and is tied with safety Landon Collins with 7 tackles for a loss for the team lead. Matt also is second on the team in quarterback hits with 11, and he's fourth in total tackles with 49. Landon Collins leads the team in tackles, and I believe Cole Holcomb is in a close second. Also, Cole Holcomb was nominated the Pepsi Rookie of the Week. He had 13 tackles last week against Detroit, and he had a sack. So kudos to you, Matt Ioannidis and Cole Holcomb, for your accomplishments and your achievements. So the Redskins will face the Panthers, 2-9 Redskins against the 5-6 Panthers, who are trying to get into the playoffs, and that window is quickly closing. The Redskins lead the all-time series 8-6. They defeated the Panthers last year at FedEx Field 23-17 last October. I believe that was the last home game that we actually won. Um, the Carolina run defense has been below average most of the year and has yielded 100 or more yards in all but 2 games this season. However, they are very good at pressuring the quarterback, and I believe they lead the league in sacks. So they're very proficient on that defensive line and pressuring the quarterback, and they defend the pass very well. Luke Kuechly anchors that defense. The linebacker, Luke Kuechly, in the middle, anchors that defense. He's like a tackling machine. The Redskins are going to have to jump out to an early lead, and they're going to have to pound the ball in the ground effectively for 4 quarters in order to win this ball game. Doing that will pretty much control the clock. And if they can run the ball effectively, then eventually they can punch it in the red zone down deep, close on the goal line. They should be able to score. So they're going to have to score early and often, and they're going to have to control the line of scrimmage and push Carolina back. Will not be an easy task because Carolina is a very good defense. On defense, they will have their hands full with Christian McCaffrey, who is an elusive running back with great vision, and he's a great receiver out of the backfield who breaks tackles and who gets yards after the catch. He's very dangerous. He's fast. And their other receiving threat, wide receiver DJ Moore, 68 catches, 905 yards, and 3 touchdowns. They pretty much bottled both of them up last year. Before I go on with that, a couple of matchups. Terry McLaurin, Redskins, speedy rookie wide receiver, stand out. He'll be going against the Carolina corner, James Thornberry, a very physical corner and a very good cover man. So Terry faces another challenge this week in the Carolina secondary. DJ Moore, the wide receiver that I just mentioned of Carolina, he'll be going up against Quentin Dunbar, who is fast becoming a star in a shutdown corner. So DJ Moore faces a challenge on the other side. So that will be a very good matchup. 5 things that the Redskins are going to have to do Sunday. They're going to have to shut down Christian McCaffrey. Like I said, he's an elusive runner. He's fast. He catches the ball out of the backfield. He has 68 receptions, 586 yards for 4 touchdowns. Those are wide receiver stats. He's ran the ball 221 times, 221 attempts, 1,123 yards, and 12 touchdowns on 5.1 yards a carry. Very, very good. How do you shut him down? It's hard. You're going to have to put a spy on him, and you're going to have to switch up who you put on him. I don't know what they did last year, but they held him to, I think it was 6 or 7 carries for 20 yards, and he caught the ball maybe 3 or 4 times for 43 yards. So they pretty much put the clamps on him last year. They're going to have to do it again. So it's pretty much do or die. Do or die. Do or die. Pressure Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen, he's been turnover prone lately. However, he is an efficient quarterback in his own right, though he's turned the ball over 9 times. He's thrown 9 interceptions, but he's also thrown for 13 touchdowns. And he has over 1,000 yards passing. So they're going to have to pressure him just like they did Driscoll last week for Detroit. We had 6 sacks last week against Detroit. We're going to have to pressure Kyle Allen and make him uncomfortable in the pocket and force him into mistakes. And he is mistake prone. So we're going to, up front, we're going to have to wreak havoc. And we're going to have to dominate that Carolina offensive line. And Carolina has a very, very good offensive line. So that presents another challenge for our defense. Number 3 thing we're going to have to do, we're going to have to win the field position. We're going to have to get the ball in good field position. have a shorter field. I think right now Dwayne Haskins would operate better from a shorter field. So special teams, I put / special teams. We're going to have to come up with some big plays on special teams, just like we did to win the game last week. So we're going to have to win the game in the special teams area. We're going to have to run the ball effectively. Carolina has trouble stopping the run. We need to take advantage of that with Darius Geis and Adrian Peterson. We're going to have to score early and often in order to keep running the ball and to eventually wear that defense down. The fifth thing is we're going to have to protect Haskins. Give him time to throw. Give him time to throw so he can better go through his progressions and he can read the defense better. He can see the field better and he can make better decisions. And hopefully this week in practice, he's tightened up on his throws because he's had a lot of balls overthrown. So we're really going to have to, but the offensive line is going to have to do a better job of protecting him and giving him more time. And I think if they give him more time, Dwayne, the game is starting to slow down for him. So I think he should do better. He didn't play well last week, but the very last 2 drives in the game, he did well. So I see improvement in him every time he steps in the field. And I expect to see improvement this go-around. So we're going to see. So Dwayne, this week, again, is a do-or-die week for you. So he's going to have to find the open man, get the ball there, and he's going to have to be more precise when he throws the ball. No more overthrowing easy passes. That's got to stop. And if he can do that, then the Redskins can score more touchdowns and he can be more proficient as a quarterback. So he's still a work in progress. It's taking time, but he will get there eventually. He will get there. So my prediction as far as the game, wow. I hate going against my team, but Carolina is a much stronger opponent than Detroit. And so I'm going to say that I'm going to say that Carolina will win this game and the score will be 20-17. It's a close game. So in order for the Redskins to reverse that, they're going to have to protect Dwayne. They're going to have to get big plays on special teams. They're going to have to win the battle of field position. They're going to have to shut down or slow down Christian McCaffrey and DJ Moore, pressure Kyle Allen. They're going to have to do all those things in order for them to win. So that's all that I have. This was a shorter segment. And hope you enjoyed your holiday. Enjoy your day today. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the game Sunday. I will be back Monday. I am your host of hosts, Fred Watson Jr., Pigskin, Facts, History, and News. HTTR, Hail Skins Nation. Skins Nation will rise again. And we'll see you next time. Fred Watson Jr., signing off. Peace.